Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Moses said, "You will find me, if Allah so will, truly patient, nor shall I disobey you in anything." So Khidr alayhi salam is a bit concerned that Musa alayhi salam will not have patience, because the knowledge of Khidr alayhi salam is on another level, right? And you need a lot of patience to be able to understand and grasp the knowledge, the higher truth, which Allah has bestowed on Khidr alayhi salam, right? The other said, Khidr alayhi salam said, "If then you would follow me, ask me no questions about anything until I myself speak to you concerning it." So you can think of this as follows. There's a professor of cardiology or cardiothoracic surgery who is busy with an operation, and he's telling the students that, look, listen to what I'm doing, follow what I'm doing, don't ask me questions while I'm doing the operation. Afterwards, I will answer all your questions. But while we are in the operating theater, do not ask me questions. And no matter what you see, what's happening, no matter where the blood is coming out from, or this is happening, the blood pressure can be dropping, or this is going on, don't ask me questions until I explain to you what is going on. So the students say, yes, okay, we'll do that. But while the professor is now busy with the cardiothoracic operation, the students keep interrupting and say, okay, but why is that happening? And why is this happening? And why is this happening? And the professor will say, but didn't I tell you to have patience? Don't ask me in between while I'm doing the operation. Similarly, Khidr alayhi salam is telling Musa alayhi salam, okay, if you want knowledge from me, I will agree that you can walk with me, you can follow me, you can see my knowledge, you can learn from me. But there's a condition. If then you would follow me, the condition is ask me no questions about anything until I myself speak to you concerning it. So there's two rules here. Firstly, in the previous verse, we saw that Khidr alayhi salam is concerned that Musa alayhi salam does not have patience to learn this very high level of knowledge. So there's two things Musa alayhi salam needs to do, and we must also learn from that. That to seek knowledge must have patience. That's the first criterion. And secondly, during the process, ask no questions. But like after the seminar is over, or the person finished give a talk, then ask any questions you want during the Q&A session, right? So there's a protocol or an etiquette to this whole process. So they both proceeded until when they were in the boat. He scuttled it. The meaning of the word scuttle means that you have a boat, right? Here's a boat. So I'm just drawing a very basic rowing boat, but just imagine it was a big ship, right? Whichever way. So scuttle just means he made a small hole in it. Made a small hole. He didn't break the boat to pieces. No, he just made a small hole. And the reason why he made a small hole is that water must come into the boat. And if water starts seeping into the boat, the captain of the boat will say, hey, you know what, guys, there's water leaking into the boat. So now I'll have to leave the boat at the shore and I will have to repair it. It'll take me about a week to repair it. Then the glue must dry and everything. And then after a week or 10 days, I'll start using my boat again. So scuttling just means it's like, just think of it as a flat tire. So he just flattened the tire. He didn't really damage the boat, and we will see the wisdom of this later, right? But he just made it that for a short while it does not function, basically like a flat tire. So scuttling just means he just made a small hole in it, but enough for the water to come in, right? And enough for the captain of the ship to panic. So they both proceeded until when they were in the boat, he scuttled it. Said Moses, have you scuttled it in order to drown those in it? Truly a strange thing have you done. Now already, with the first test or the first sharing of knowledge, already Musa alayhi salam failed both the tests. Firstly, he didn't have sabr, and secondly, he started asking questions. So I mustn't use the word fail, astaghfirullah. we find that both the conditions, he was told to have sabr, he did not have sabr. He was told not to ask questions and already is asking questions, right? Because he's already jumping to conclusions that Khidr alayhi salam wants to drown the people in the boat. But that is not what Khidr alayhi salam wanted to do. That is why in knowledge you need to have patience with someone who's got far advanced knowledge. Right? And Khidr alayhi salam answered, did I not tell you that you can have no patience with me? Now, remember one thing about Khidr alayhi salam. He is a very calm person. He is a very patient person. He doesn't argue, he doesn't fight with Musa alayhi salam. He's just simply tolerating him because he knows that his knowledge is so advanced and he knows that Musa alayhi salam will not be able to absorb or understand what he's doing. So Musa alayhi salam realized he did a mistake and he said, okay, rebuke me not for forgetting, nor grieve me by raising difficulties in my case. Join me in the next episode as we continue with this fascinating story of Musa alayhi salam and Khidr alayhi salam. Now remember, there's three incidents that can happen with regard to knowledge, and we've done the first of the three. So the three incidents are, and let's just make a note here. One is the boat, and the second one is the child who is slain, and the third one is the wall that is built, right? So the three incidents. So we've done the first aspect of knowledge between Musa alayhi salam and Khidr alayhi salam. Join me in the next episode. Alhamdulillah.